Okay, let me get the questions ready for you. All right, my name is Ray Love, X04. Hi, Command.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you as well, brother. What's your name?
My name is Jace Chevalier,
Nice to meet you,
and
Jason.
yes, sir.
All right, brother. This interview will be audio and video recorded, and you may be subject to a secondary FBI clearance interview. Is that all right?
Of course,
Do
of
you have any
course.
cousins or any gangs that are in any gangs?
No, 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 no. I don't have any souls, any other souls or cousins. No, I do not.
All right, no worries. What is your full name, first and last?
Jace Chevalier,
Yes.
just like that.
Perfect. What is your email username?
It is this. Hold on, I'm gonna sign language it out. You
No
know what I'm
worries.
saying? It's like that.
Okay. Exact. All right. Do you have any?
Underscore underscore period.
Oh yeah, understandable. I got you for that. Do you have any prior experience in the police department and/or military, whether that be in another city or in head?
Yes, I do. I used to be BCSO in this city. Um, I went to do SASP, but then the like jobs reset, and then I was like, you know what? I actually want to try Secret Service because I have my friend Jack Millie that works in the Secret Service, and he said it's
Mm-hmm.
really
Oh
fun. So
yeah, it's fun.
I want to expand my roly poly out and experience new things.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. How long have you been in the force for? What was your last rank?
Deputy.
Deputy. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What was what makes you a good fit to be a member of the Secret Service?
I'm willing to put in work. I'm willing to put in hours. Do my job right. Make sure everything's going to according to plan, and make sure everything's going well that I'm doing. I'm definitely willing to put in the most. Like at some point, eventually, I want to be where you're at. You know what I'm saying? I want to have your
Okay.
job.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna work really, really hard, and I want to at least try to get to the top.
10-4. What sets you aside as the right choice for the job, though?
Basically, the same thing I'm saying. I'm willing to work hard, willing to do what I need to do. Whatever I'm instructed to be doing, I will make sure 101% that I'm doing it correctly.
Okay.
And I'm really fast at learning.
Yeah, that's always
Um,
good.
mhm.
Yeah, we need people that are straight on their
Also,
game.
all five security businesses within city.
Oh, you were in there all five. Is that what you said? You were in all five?
Oh, yeah, I was in all five. I came in 10 months ago. I was in the first day, I believe, in city. I um, got hired onto Merriweather Security, and then I moved to Saints, and then Saints and Merriweather became the same thing. Then I left Saints, joined Spartan Security, then joined Syndicate Security, and then I'm now Record A Security.
Okay. Oh, that's good, man. You definitely have opened your eyes for sure towards the good side of instead of the bad side. I'll say.
Yeah, yeah. I'm also EMS too, so I mean, EMS is really fun.
Oh yeah, dude. EMS can be fun here and there. I have heard some times where it can be hectic as hell.
Especially when there's like 30, 40 calls at once, when there's like a turf or something,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
that part it'll definitely set you aside from most for sure at that very moment. Do you have any further
Yeah.
strengths or weaknesses that come into mind, whether that be for Secret Service or aside of it, outside of it?
No. Well, I mean, I kind of heard what you said, but I kind of didn't
Oh
because your
yeah,
voice box was cutting in and out.
no worries.
Um,
I'll say it
but
again.
all I
Here,
heard was,
no worries. I'll
yeah,
do it
yeah.
again, brother. Do you have any further strengths or weaknesses that come to mind, whether that be for Secret Service or outside of it?
Oh well, I mean, the way I see it, my greatest weakness is my greatest strength.
Okay, and what is that?
Just I mean, Sometimes I have a difficulty communicating, but 90% of the time I'm really good at communicating. So, I mean, it's kind of like a bad sort of strong suit, I would say.
Okay. So this is the question: do you have any further strengths or weaknesses that come to mind, whether that be for Secret
Mm,
Service or outside of it? It's basically like, what's a good strength that you find that's probably fit for the Secret Service, or if it's not even just that, if it's for like your greater good, is like your aim, your shooting, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, I'm a really good shot. Um, I'm really good at communicating call outs, radio comms, information, you know. I'm like all around. I'm really good at a lot of things. You
Okay.
just,
Oh, that's
throw
perfect then.
at me and I'll figure it out.
Okay, big bet. What do you want to get out of being in Secret Service? What is something that you
Experience,
look at getting out of
experience having a great time,
it? Okay.
meeting new people, and living a different way of life, I guess.
Okay. Perfect. No, that's perfect. How comfortable are you with firearms?
Sorry, your voice boxing
Oh,
out a little
you're
bit again.
no worries. How comfortable
Are
are you?
you um are you on
I'm sorry.
I said are you like on shell like your voice box?
Actually, it's not even showing. I think I'm having a headache or something going on, so I'm kind of just pushing through it.
Yeah, my headaches are really bad too.
Yeah,
All
something's
right,
going
yeah,
on.
let me hear that question one more time.
Yeah, no worries. Here, I'll come just a little closer, just in case, because I know it's something going on.
Yeah, something's going on. It's really
Yeah,
headache.
it's not even showing my health or anything. So, um,
I can hear you a lot better now.
oh no, I got you, brother. Um, what do you want to? What do you? Okay, what am I thinking? I'm so tired. What do you want to get out of being in Secret Service?
Um, to be honest, mostly the experience. Very fun time meeting new people.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Scratch that, dude. I think I already asked you that. Oh my god, that's embarrassing.
Oh wait, yeah,
I
I had
think
some
I
like
did.
deja vu. I was like, I
No,
swear I heard this
yeah,
before.
you're all good. My bad. How comfortable are you with firearms? You said you're pretty good. Right? You already said that. Are you trained with firearms?
101% comfortable. I am not trained, but I mean, I am self-trained. Figure it out. Like you toss me a gun, and I figure out
How to take care of it?
um, yeah, how to take care of it, how to treat her like a sweetheart. And yeah, I'm really comfortable when it comes to guns. Not so much when it's somebody I don't know, but
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. Like,
Oh
if
yeah.
if I'm around a gun, I'm like, oh wow, this baby's beautiful.
Mhm.
If you like have a armory of fucking weapons, I'll be like, oh wow, this is amazing. But if somebody I don't know is like holding out their gun, I'll be like, yo, I feel uncomfortable with that.
Understandable. At least understand what the question is. A lot of people don't understand it. When would we be a good wait, what the hell? When would be a good time to use a firearm?
When somebody is threatening me or my partners or any higher executives or people that I'm on a job to protect and escort,
Perfect.
but he uses any verbal, physical, or weaponry type of um, violence.
Okay, perfect. We asked for a required minimum of 10 hours a week, clocked in, clocked in and on duty. Is that something you can do? And that's for full time.
Oh yeah, that's easy. Oh, that full
I'm sorry. One moment.
plus.
It's doing its thing again. It's cutting our voice.
Yeah, sorry. It's plus I do. I have really bad headaches right now.
You're all good. I think I'm getting a bad one too.
Yeah, your voice just sounded like you went through a like
A
fifth or
washer. Yeah, it's all good. Hmm,
yeah, I said that's easy. Within 2.5 days of EMS, I already got like 12 hours.
okay, perfect. No longer if you are coming in. So usually what we look for is longer if you're in the emails, you're responding to everything. All right, we need people to be on top of that game
Yeah,
because as Secret Service, we're not just back and forth, just people. We actually take it very serious. definitely ping doing the pings when someone pings for a transit or trans. Damn, I'm so tired, bro. For a
No, no, you're good.
transportation,
You're good.
you have people come for transportation. They'll do a ping if and if you can leave a mark, check mark, or an X if you can't make it. That's all we look for because no matter what, it tells us who's done it. You know, who's putting the
So
checks, who's
like
not.
responsiveness.
Very responsive, and it's responsibility
Yeah, I can do that.
is the best
I
way to
check
put it.
emails really frequently. Whenever I hear a little bloop on
Hmm.
my ears,
Yeah. Yeah,
so
longer if we're doing that, that's honestly what we look for. The 10-hour thing is totally just to get
okay.
you
Do I have to
your hours, have some fun,
hub or
honestly.
anything?
I'm sorry. Say again.
Oh, I have a really. Sorry, I had a
Oh,
really bad headache. I said,
you're
do I
good.
have to join the RP hub?
The RP hub. What do you mean?
Yeah, the RP hub.
Oh yeah, the actual hub. Well, yeah, we'll take care of you. You're gonna be on that.
Uh,
Did you already
my
have
headaches.
the? Do you already have the city's emails?
Yeah. I already have the RP hub.
Oh, you got it. Okay. Then yeah, we'll take care of that. We're gonna get you set up on the hub.
Of course.
Let's see. Why do you want to join the Secret Service?
My goodness. Oh, sorry. Say that again.
So why do you want to join the Secret Service?
Um, to be honest, I want to try something new. I want to, join a department where where I feel myself. I like the law enforcement based stuff. I don't really like working in the actual PD type of all of that. Um, but Secret Service seems like more like me, and I just want to get experience in that. Try a different way of and expand my roly poliness.
Okay, okay. Why did you decide to join our department?
Because I've heard a lot of good words on it. I've also seen a lot of Secret Service agents in action, and it's really impressive seeing how they work. Um, and I really wanted to try it for myself, see if I'm gonna be good at that line of work. So, and also
Okay,
I've heard it's really fun, so I wanted to try that too.
perfect. Totally fine with that. And why did you decide on our department? Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Um, Basically, I've done 90% of the jobs in the city. I'm really good at communicating. Um, I've worked at a lot of mechanic shops, loads of security. I run my own family. I try to buy businesses, own businesses and stuff like that. I'm just really about money making, getting my job done, working hard, doing what I need to do.
Setting
Um,
examples, being yourself.
yeah, being myself, doing stuff. Not doing everything everybody else is doing. I'm basically my own person. I stay to myself, basically. I don't, resolve myself about around a big group. I just do my own thing. Whoever I work with, that's cool. Hey buddy, what's up? But
Okay.
I mostly stay to myself.
Oh, that's fine, man. Sounds like a good fit for Secret Service. I'll tell you that. What is your
Thank you, I appreciate it.
No worries. What is your ideal work environment?
My ideal work environment is making sure everybody that I'm working with is doing the job how I want the job to be, like, not how I want the job to be done, but how I see the job and how it's supposed to be done. Like, say our big boss man, right, wants the job to be this certain way. um I'm pretty solid on that, where I want everybody to be doing their job right the way
Hmm.
I do my job. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I understand
And
that.
I like that work environment because it also it helps me build bonds, communicate with people easier, and it keeps me working at my best and my peak. Also, if everybody else is doing their job right, just makes me feel more comfortable and
Yeah,
with
I know
everyone in the
exactly
department.
what you're saying too. No, that's fine. And yeah, it's definitely best to get some friends around so you can feel comfortable, know how to
Hmm.
move. You get to learn quick. You get to know what's good, what's not good. Share information with each other. That's all that matters too.
Yeah, sorry, I just got a
Yeah, no, that's fine.
little thingy.
Yeah. All right. What have you learned from a past mistake?
Um, I've learned that mistakes just are, common in the human nature. Everybody's going to make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Every time I make a mistake, I always learn from it, and I never make that single mistake again. And if I do, I'll think on it and, work my best at that one single thing so I'll never make that mistake more than twice.
Okay, okay. That's good. At least you understand when to accept your own fate. Can you tell
Yeah,
me
yeah.
about? Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go on ahead.
I'm pretty honest when it comes to my failures or my I'm pretty straightforward. I'll own up to my wrongs or
Hmm.
mistakes.
Oh, that's good, man. Accept this responsibility. Uh,
Hmm.
can you tell me about a time when you had to make a difficult decision and how you dealt with it?
Make a difficult decision and how did I deal with it. Um, I mean, there's a lot of difficult situations. I mean, mostly the line of work I've mostly dealt with the past 10 months of being in city. Besides security is just mechanic shops. So I mean, there's really
Okay.
not many difficult situations I have to put myself through when it comes to mechanic shops. But working in security, there's been some times where I've had to do what my boss said, even though I didn't think it was right, and you know I had to do it anyways. Out of that, where I would have been like terminated, and I didn't want to do that. So I just followed my instructions and did my job how it was supposed to be done.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. What does an ideal Secret Service agent look like to you?
Basically a role model, a person who is perfect. Well, not perfect at their job, because even the highest command of people make mistakes. But
But at suit.
um, yeah, yeah, at suit, accountability to their actions. Whoever's the highest in command, I view them as the ideal type of Secret Service agent.
Okay.
Um, because they're a role model for everybody. They're like, hey, eventually you might be able to get my job. Um, it might not be possible, but it's worth a shot. Um, they're a role model. They're there to show you around, help you out with your job, tell you what to do, be easy with you, and take their
Hmm.
time when it comes to teaching you or helping you learn a certain aspect on something.
Practically like a guardian slash leader.
Yeah, yeah, a leader. Yep,
There you go.
somebody who's a peer role model for everybody else around them.
All right. Perfect. If we decide to hire you, what do you look forward in? What do you look forward to the most during your training? Is there anything that we should focus on for you in particular?
Um, hmm. I mean, there's always practice for shooting. So, I would like to somehow get into like a shooting range and or do some shooting
Hmm.
drills
I
or
told
practice
you
shooting or
we need to
something.
have people practice.
Because I don't get to practice that much because I'm in EMS.
That's
So,
fine.
that's the only thing I can think of. Besides that, I mean, I I don't really I don't really see anything else I need to practice more on.
Hmm. No worries. All right. What do you do to calm yourself down in a stressful situation?
First, what I do is de-escalation. I de-escalate the situation based on my best abilities. If I can't do that, I'll get another person that can help out. Be like, hey, the situation's kind of getting a little out of hand. Need an extra, hand on deck. Um, and then that will just, ease me down once I have a little bit more support. If I'm just getting burdened with a whole bunch of stuff just on my own. Um,
Okay.
Either that, or I just take my time and try to be understanding to the person that's causing the situation, or a certain, like, any other situation in general. I try to hear every side of the story first, which ends up calming me down instead of just arguing and fighting and a whole bunch. Yeah.
Throwing a tantrum
Yeah.
type shit. All right. Would you take out a family member if they were to pose a significant threat to the president? This is a touchy
Obviously, if they're a threat to um you know the president, I would indeed have to
one.
strike them out.
Perfect. Even though that sounds bad, I'm sorry, but
Yeah, it
it's
really
something that
does
has to
sound bad,
come.
but yeah, but you gotta expect the unexpected, man.
Yeah, it's either your job, your life, or your family's
Yep, and I don't want to die, and I don't
life.
want my president to die. So I mean, he's got to make the choice there, man.
It's tough. Would you hold a grudge against a suspect who has repeatedly wronged you or those you've befriended?
No, no, I don't hold grudges, man. Everybody makes their mistakes, and if they're gonna hold a grudge, I don't care, man. I really like the way I live. I really don't care what you say about me, or any of my family members, because I know at the end of the day they're just mad, or they're upset, so they're gonna lash out and
Mhm.
be vulgar and derogatory. So I'm not even bothered by it.
Type shit. All right, these are going to be a couple scenario questions, and then we should be done. Um,
Sure,
before we move on, I'm gonna send you something.
of course.
I don't know if you have these yet, but just to keep in mind, these are gonna come up. All right, I'm about to send these to you.
Of course.
All right, just have those ready. If you know where to find them, definitely get ready for those.
Okay. 10-4 is
We'll
affirmative.
get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah,
No
I
worries.
know a lot of. I mean, I know most of these. Well, not most, but I know some.
No worries. If you don't know how to get to it, it's gonna be in the PD. Go
Yeah,
PD emails. It'll say the 10 there.
yeah, the Ten Commandments,
Yeah,
or 10 codes, or whatever they
yeah, the
say.
10
Even though it's
codes
like 100 for them.
type shit. It's just something we look forward to having people at least that type of experience. All right, for the
Yeah,
first.
most of the ones you're gonna be using is like 10-4 or 10-20, 10-80, 10-70, 10-7, 10-8, stuff like that.
Okay. All right, let me get to these scenario questions. All right. If the
Of course.
president, yeah, no worries. If the president instructed you to flat back a suspect, what would you do?
If the president instructs, then I'm gonna have to do so, because that's basically my boss too.
All right, all right. Sorry, I gotta do the thing as well.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, perfect. No, you answered that just right. What would you do if you saw a civilian walking around the president holding a baseball bat?
Um, I would I would ask them, to put away the weapon, because that is harmful. If they don't the first time, then I will cuff them and escort them off of the premises. And if they come back, then I have to use lethal force if they still have a weapon out.
Keep in mind, what would you do if you saw a civilian walking around the president holding a baseball bat? Your Secret Service. So,
Oh,
as
okay,
Secret
okay, yeah.
Service, you
Then
have the
he's a
right
threat.
to
He's a
shoot.
yep, yeah. Okay, yeah, I didn't know. I don't know the complete rules with Secret Service.
Yeah.
First, with the line of work I've been around, when it comes to like
Hmm.
security or PD, you ask once,
Sit
and
and
if they
wait.
don't, cuff
Yeah.
them. Yeah, cuff them, escort them off the premises, or whatever, and then if they come back, shoot or something. If they
Type.
have weapons. So if I'm Secret Service, then I guess I would just shoot immediately, because that is a threat to the president, because he or she is in a possession in what's that one word? Uh, well, just are holding a weapon.
Okay, no worries. You're fine. He's garnishing a weapon. Um,
Yeah.
basically, what we look for it is so if someone's holding a weapon or anything, right? They're coming up to the president. This is going to be coming up soon too, as well as the question. Um, main thing you want to do is definitely use your radio. Call out, let everyone that's around you know about the suspect,
Hmm.
their whereabouts. Definitely safeguard the president. That's good. As well, definitely either neutralize the target or specify if the target's even worth to kill. If he's really, you know, coming at the president and
Hmm.
he's looking violent, talking mad shit, whatever. If you have information, then you take him out. That's what we're looking for
Hmm.
right there. But we're gonna move forward.
Okay.
It's all good. No worries. You are a Secret Service bodyguard assigned to protect the president during a public speech at a downtown event. You notice a specific. Oh my God, I'm really fucking up. You notice a specific. Oh my God, suspicious individual in the crowd who seems to be making their way towards the stage, describing your immediate actions and the steps you would take to ensure the president's safety. Shit.
Um, well, I can't just go off of suspicion. If they don't have a weapon or any, anything or any valid suspicion of any violence or vulgar activities, then I mean, I don't think I can do anything. But if they do have a weapon and they're walking towards the stage, then I would do so, do my job as instructed, and take that individual out because he does oppose the threat. He is
Okay.
a threat towards the president.
Remember, let's think step by step though. What would you do step by step? You see this suspect; he's already suspicious to you in your eyes, right? And he's walking up to the president or towards the stage, right? You want to
Hmm.
describe what would you do? Realistically,
Okay,
what would you do?
okay. So first, I would come on the radio. I
Ten
mean,
four.
if so, the location, it's obviously here at the White House, when he's doing his speech. Um, so most of the Secret Service would be there for that. I would just
Mm-hmm.
come anyways and be like, just to make sure, there's this man, clothing, suspicious, walking towards the stage. Keep an eye out just in case. Um, and then if anything happens, if he or she pulls out a weapon, then you know we'll do our job as instructed.
Okay. Perfect. Let's go to the next one. You are assigned to a cyber surveillance detail within the Secret Service. One day you discover that there has been a significant threat made towards the president that includes a detailed attack planned at the White House, potentially compromising slash breaching classified information. Describe your response to this breach and the steps you would take to mitigate the damage.
So first, wait, you said cyber
Cyber
what?
surveillance.
So does that
So
mean like I'm, watching cams and stuff?
no, so even though it sounds like that, no, it's mainly like watching the. It's like your
So yeah,
cyber security. So let's say someone goes on Birdie, fucking texting,
okay,
I'm
yeah,
gonna kill the president,
okay,
or making threats, or
okay.
they're
So
selling
if it was planned,
Service,
Hmm.
Secret Service stuff. That's stuff you want to be on top of.
yeah. So first, there will be like a, I don't know if there's meetings, but there will be like a type of assortment. I'll relay the information to everybody within Secret Service, and get a plan, see how we would execute this. Give as much information as possible. The at or the username of that birdie. Try to find out who the person is, and you know, if anything happens, we'll take out the target.
Okay, okay, all right. So for this question, I'm gonna break it down a little bit. So let's say you were doing cyber surveillance, right? Your detail. So you're seeing somebody again making some type of comment. Jack, if you want, you can
Yeah.
come in here if she's got. Uh, you can basically you want to basically go into emails, email everybody at high
Hmm.
command, at
Yeah,
supervisors,
that's what
at
I was meaning.
Secret Service kind of thing. Have
Hmm.
it be ready that everyone's on board, noticing what's going on. Um, be on top of game. You really got to think about how to get everyone in to help you and
Yeah.
succeed
Yeah,
for
that's what
this
that's what I was basically
sting.
trying to say, like a type of meeting or an assortment where I
Hmm.
could relay this information to, everybody as much as
Okay.
possible to make sure, whoever
Right.
we're protecting, as in the president, is perfectly safe and, you know, um, doesn't get injured or, worse yet, dead.
Correct. All right. As a Secret Service field agent, you receive intelligence about a planned assassination attempt on a high-profile protocol figure during the upcoming parade. Outline your strategy to protect the individual and ensure the event's security. I don't even know if that's a question. What?
Yeah, I don't know. That to me
Let me
just
see
sounds
what the
like a
fuck.
whole entire
Yeah, it
description
ended
of
with
what you're supposed to do.
that's all of these also end with periods, so it's odd. As a Secret Service field agent, you receive intelligence about a planned assassination attempt on a high-profile protocol figure during the upcoming parade. Outline your strategy to protect the individual and ensure the event security. Okay, so basically, it's just asking what would you do or how would you like make a strategy right to fix this planned assassination attempt on a high profile. So you've seen it on like let's say Twitter, right? What's your plan? How would you get everyone on board to stop this assassination from
So
happening?
first, like you said, step by step, I would relay this information to emails. Try to get as many people on this operation as much as
Hmm.
possible. Um, see who I got. Let's come up with a plan based on that information. Get as much details of this person as possible, so we could identify the right person during the parade because that's going to be hundreds of people, thousands of people. um, uh, then we would do our job, um, and based on the assassination, and if they go through with it, we would do our job and take out the target. Once we came up with a solid plan that could counteract their plan.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty, these are going to be your last questions. Right,
All
these are going
right.
to be the reasonable 10 codes to ask experienced applicants. Are you ready?
Yes, I'll do my best.
All right. What's a 10 to?
10 to um. Hold on, let me think about this. 10 to. I don't hear that code much. Um,
It's a code
I,
you'll definitely hear if you're on like Radio One.
Oh wait, oh wait, yeah, yeah. I think it's radio check.
There you go. 10-4.
Yeah, 10-4 is affirmative or okay or got it.
Perfect. 10-80.
10-80, I believe, is a vehicle pursuit.
Perfect. 10-11.
10-11 is a traffic stop, I believe.
Perfect. 10-8.
10-8, I think, is on duty or
Perfect.
something like that.
Yep. A 10-7.
10-7 is off duty, I believe,
Okay.
or break.
Signing out.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
signing out.
Then 10-41.
10-40. I am unsure of that.
No worries.
Oh wait,
10-42.
wait, wait, wait. You said 10-41.
Yeah.
I think that's sign off or on.
All right. Do you have the email?
The email, like
Yeah,
the
PD
what
email.
what you sent me. Oh yeah, yeah.
So those codes that I sent you, those are just the codes I'm asking you. But if
Oh,
you
you're gonna be
know,
listing off.
yeah,
Okay.
that I'm listing off, and then inside the
Oh
email
wait,
they
yeah,
have
10,
the
10.
codes.
Okay, yeah, 10-7 and wait, no, 10-8 and 10-41, I believe, are sign on, and then 10-7 and 10-42, I think, are sign off.
All right, the 10 yeah the 1041 is sign on. 10:42 is when
Okay.
you sign off.
Okay.
All right, no worries. And then 10:50.
I think a traffic accident or something like, or a traffic
Yeah,
something to deal with cars or something
yeah.
like that.
A vehicle accident. No worries.
Okay.
And then 10:70.
1070, I believe, is a foot pursuit.
Perfect. And a 10:97.
Ooh, I've never heard that code in general. Is it fine if I check
Yeah, yeah,
EMS?
yep.
All right. Oh, it's en route or en route.
Perfect. Alrighty, mate. Well, you're done with your interview.
Let's go.
So,
That was like 25 questions.
yeah, it's a lot of questions. A lot of those I
Yeah.
don't have to ask, but I ask them because I think it gets you more into to suit, gets you know exactly what we're expecting, what we're looking for, stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Um, yeah. Let me go ahead and set this all up. If you want, follow me real quick, brother.
Of course.
Jack, you all good, brother?
Yeah, I'm just putting some shit in my storage here.
Gotcha, no worries. All right, if you want, you can sit down if you like.
Of
I'm
course.
gonna go in this room real quick. I'll be right back.